say we have a car, and it's a nice car. It's a fancy car. It's a car. It's a man's car. It's a car. Anyways, let's say we have a car, and we have a rate that it is going. In that rate that it is going, well, yeah, we have a rate that it's going. And that rate, and we know that rate is equal to distance over time, right? Now, let's say the distance it has traveled is 150 kilometers. And let's say 150 kilometers. And let's say that the time that it has traveled over is 3 hours. 3 hours. So we would say that the rate here is equal to 150 kilometers for over 3 hours. Now, to find this, how many kilometers per hour, we just divide 150 by 3, which is 50, and then we would keep the units the same. Because remember, these units can be treated like algebraic objects. They're not exactly variables. They're not variables, but they can be treated as algebraic objects, and they are treated as algebraic objects, and we use them and manipulate them. So what we get is 50 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now, what if we wanted to get it in seconds? We wanted to get this in get rid of these hours and get this in seconds. So what we would have to do is that we'd have to multiply it by something that would cancel out this hour and cancel and leave the kilometers alone. And what we can do is that we can multiply it by seconds, the amount of seconds that makes up an hour. We could say, well, that's 600 seconds. Oh, no, we would multiply it by multiply that by the amount, 1 hour over the amount of seconds that there are in an hour, because this would get it to the units of 1 hour over the seconds. And since we treat this algebraically, what we do is that we multiply both sides. When we multiply this, we get 50 over 30,000, 3,600, and we got the units K, H over HS. Now the H and the H cancel out, and we're left with 50 over 1,000 times and km over seconds. So we've converted it into kilometers. But let's make sense of what this is. So 50 over 600 is equal to, I divide both sides by 10, and we get 5 over 360 by multiply both sides by 2, then I get 10 and 720, which is the same thing as saying 1 over 72. So in terms of seconds, we would move 172 kilometers a second, which isn't very helpful, I'll be honest with you. Well, actually, no. It could be helpful in some weird way. I bet somebody could find a thing to use 172. But let's say we wanted to convert it to meters per second. We wanted to convert it into meters per second instead of kilometers per second. what we'd have to do is we'd have to multiply this again by something that would cancel out the kilometers and replace it with the meters, which means that we would have to have kilometers at the bottom. Well, we could say that 1,000 meters, right? 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer, right? 1,000 kilometers. And if we do this, we get 1,000 over 72 times kilometers times meters over seconds kilometers. Because we multiplied these and stuff. And the kilometers would cancel out, and we'd have, what we have, I'm going to write over here, would be 1,072 meters per second. And there we go. Now let me find out what this is exactly by dividing it. Give me a second.